So, sorry for late. First of all, now this is the folder structure. So, first thing, first job is to do a extract the CSV, existing CSV, and then update it to new CSV with URL of the found organization in Yelp. So, this is the CSV you have sent, like Crystal Smiles address, city, etc. etc. Email, phone number. Now, index pages, I am including DOM, extracting CSV, and then just uh, removing the blank space with plus, and then curl initialize. In curl, I am just adding the numbers, the URL, and then the API you have just sent me earlier to use the scrap thing. And it seems we don't need proxy thick because we are using API key, and as far as I have checked, there is no blockage or something we are getting from Yelp website. So it's okay if we proceed without Yelp. And this is the code, and response is coming as a page data, the whole page. If you dump the page data, then you can see whole page displaying. And then I'm using DOM document object for get the page data in DOM element, and using XPath to just crawl the um, phone number to match, and the URL to store, and the name. And again, this is the thing, I'm just again storing in CSV, in updated CSV, and then here is a file closed. So now after generating this, you will get this file updated. For the moment I have just generated one, because if we are going to generate more than one, it's going to be huge, it will going to take a huge time. So for dummy purpose I have used one, and just die the code. Now after getting the updated CSV, now we will have to run extract reviews. This is the page I'm talking about. Okay, so uh, simply DOM, and here is rolling pulse, and this is the thing, uh, for multiple thing at a time we can use multiple. It's a kind of 25 thread as they have suggested. It means you can give the numbers how many simultaneously you want to fire in the current thing. I'm just generating the CSV, and again I'm sending the main URL to curl sorry scrap API, and from there this is the second extension, so that we can send in mail uh, the generated URL, because if we will not store the main URL, then we will not be able to send from mail here. No problem, I will tell you later, I will explain it later. Now user data is important, not important, header data is not important, post data is not important, because at the moment we are not sending anything, we are just crawling. So options, this is important, because if you not going to, if it's not going to be false, then I don't know, response was not coming properly, so I have did some R&D and got you have to do false. Now this is the callback function. This is very important function for the URL rolling flux. I as far as I have checked, they have always returned from callback function, and this is the set time request. There is a request, add request means this is the request, you can add multiple and execute at once. Means if you are using loop or something like that, then it will generate multiple like 25, 30, whatever with the number. It will just add the request, and end of the request it whatever the limit is, after that it will execute whole the multi-threaded system execute. So uh, after executing, the request will be processed one by one, and response will be processed to exact extract reviews. And there is a function I have written. From extract review I am getting response, the URL for API curl, and DURL for display URL in the mail. So this is the function I am using for storing the data and crawling the thing we need like reviews. Okay, so same thing object, and loading the page data and storing next path. Now review I am getting, mm, this is the condition I have written, div class review sidebar and not. This is the tricky thing we have talked about, that if it is like if any review have not means any review don't have reply, then these review only will catch up and listed. So I have used this condition. This condition is important, and it's taken a bit longer time just to execute this thing. I am not very expert in XPath, but I have figured it out. Now this is for review rating, this is for date, and this is for author, and this is for company. Now it's important because I need to know review count. As you have said, I need a total number of review count, because we are sending them to that you have total number of review, something like that. Review company I have used just because underscore alternative, because they return array, and I don't know, um, um, for I don't know, your code is different and my code is different, so I have used this kind of variable, so don't be confused. Now again, after getting that review thing, we got generally length of reviews, like if any organization have 5 review, the length returned by XPath is like 5. So after that we run on that thing how many number of reviews present, and then this is the thing, this happens, and this is the thing, this happens. Means I am inserting review one by one in in table, and then review link. This is the review list. I'm just collecting it in list format, because we have to send in one fly. Like there is a 5 review for any company, then we will have to send in mail 5 list. So I don't know. I'm explaining a bit much. In HTML, I'm just putting the content you have just sent. Review company coming from there. DURL I was talked about, where we have I'm passing, because if I'm not going to pass DURL, then it will be problem. By default in callback function this was not there, so I have just modified rolling class as per Avia here pass display URL, and then I have did some changes. So if you are going to replace from other source, then it will not work. Here is a callback function. Here is this display URL. I am requesting and sending it, so I can receive in extract reviews here, and passing here and receiving here and then sending. Now this is the email code, as I am using SMTP, and I have already sent you the code sent from, and you have already got the mail. So this is the overall things going on, and I know this is going to be implemented in your. It's not for you API or something that we have did last day. So the first thing we have to write a handler for this one, so that each and every um, exist organization in Yelp will be updated in this CSV. And that's it for this handler. This is the only job doing this thing. And we will have to talk about proxy thing. I don't know, if we are using a scrap API, then we don't need proxy thing, because we are just calling the API, scrap API, and it's allowing us to crawl anything, because this is the job they are providing. So proxy thing is solved if we are using scrap API services. And now another handler we will have to make. I don't know what process we will use for this thing, because you have already a scheduler. You were talking about that it will handle more than, means, at a time. It can be queued sometime, in queue sometime. So if we are rolling trucks, then I don't know. I need your suggestion, or you are going to suggest how we will use this thing, because I know I know your API in telescopic view, and I don't know exact view. Then how the crawling thing, scheduler thing is working in your side. So, and this is the function. Maybe we can call it in handler, or we can just integrate this thing in callback. So this is the hurdle I was thinking, that this hurdle we will have to pass out, that extract review from callback function. I don't know how this thing is going to communicate in your system where we are going to implement it. So that's it. And again, sorry for the late. Thank you.